Alright, with Asta now being quote-unquote dead and well being at the land of the rising sun, it seems like Lucius has no competition. But there is one person who I think will give Lucius a run for his money, and that is Yuno Grimberry. I think Black Clover fans continue to forget that Yuno as well can help beat Lucius, and I think Black Clover fans just think that Lucius is actually going to easily beat Yuno, which again I don't see that as the case. Now I'm not saying that Yuno is easily going to bolo this man Lucius into another dimension, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying it's closer than you think, and that is the topic for today's video, why Yuno versus Lucius is closer than you guys think. Now, there is no debate that Lucius is the strongest person in the Black Clover world, able to absorb Lucifero's hearts, and being probably above 100% Lucifero, which was said to basically destroy all of mankind. Lucius is on a completely different level, and not only that, he subjugated and beat every supreme devil in the underworld. And some of our characters in the Spade Arc could barely hold a candle to Lucifero, Nama, and Lilith, and 1/3 of Magicula. And that was just a year ago. We know they got stronger, but to be able to dominate every supreme devil in the underworld is completely crazy and something unheard of from the captains, because we all know they can't do that. Now, there's something very interesting that Dromlek said when he came back to Lucius and his base. Dromlek then tells Lucius that he has never seen a human grow that fast in a short amount of time. Now, obviously, we know this. Yuno has done this multiple times. I want to talk about Yuno's insane growth later because, in my opinion, it's completely insane, and you guys really need to stop underrating Yuno and thinking that he's second fiddle. He ain't. Lucius then continues on saying that out of tens of thousands of predictions that he foresaw, there's only one where they have a slight advantage. Basically, like, Doctor Strange looking into the future and just seeing one of the times where they actually win. But let's continue. Lucius is not downplaying Yuno. He sees him as a foreseeable threat. Think about Yuha Bach in Bleach's Thousand Year Blood War. He has multiple war potentials, 5 of them. But for Lucius, he has one now because he thinks that Asta is dead. He doesn't see Yami as a war potential, he doesn't see Marileona, or Noct, or Noelle. He sees Yuno because Yuno has 2 grimoires, 2 souls, and 2 different magic types. It does somewhat make sense. Yuno is the next in line when Asta's gone. Asta was the strongest person in the Clover Kingdom. Dare I say, even stronger than 100% Lucifero, but we're not going to get into that. But I do think that Yuno can carry his weight against Lucius. But right now, Yuno doesn't stand a chance. And he has 7 days. And those words are words that Yuno is going to like to hear, because we know that Yuno can grow through days. We saw him do in the Spade Kingdom, for example. Now, we know in the Spade Arc, Yuno could barely even stand against a base Xenon who slaughtered all the Golden Dawn along with his 40% Dark Disciples. But with 2 and 3 days of training, Yuno was able to close that gap, even demolishing an 80% Xenon. And this isn't anything to sneeze at. 80%, this is another marginal increase. And we know the Dark Triad are equal in strength, unless you want to put Xenon above, since he had more talent than both Vonica and Dante, but Yuno was still able to win. And even that, he was able to beat a Devil Heart Xenon who should be above Magicula. Now, obviously, I got a versus battle for that pretty soon, so don't worry. And obviously, Yuno, with just gaining his star magic against Xenon, he became a pro. He became a pro in using his star magic, completely making different spells and multiple stars and flashing around the battlefield. Now, with a year of training and 3 months, he obviously must have gained more spells and more stars. But with 7 days, with obviously the world on the line, he's obviously going to be pushed to his limit. Obviously, I did leave out the fact that Yuno, in just his base, was able to one-shot a multiple high-ranking devils. And this would probably mean that if we take current arc Yuno right now, in his base form, he could possibly one-shot Zagred. Now, obviously, there are people who think that Zagred probably has an increase because he has a grimoire, but I digress. I think that Yuno could possibly one-shot Zagred with just his base. Now, there's obvious debate that he could just turn you into a paladin, but I feel like that wouldn't happen or even work on Yuno, because when you know his 2 souls and him actually knowing who he truly is now, I don't think it's going to work. And I think if Lucius knew it was going to work, he probably would have said that. And we know Lucius is the smartest person in Black Clover, and I think he knows that this won't work on Yuno. Now, with Judgment Day being in 7 days, Yuno has a lot to learn. He has a lot of ground to cover if he's going to replace Asta as the strength of the Clover Kingdom. Now, obviously, Asta said right here, right now, he would surpass the Wizard King, which would be Julius, because we know Julius is above everyone in the verse who isn't Lucius. Be mad when I say this, but I think that Yuno has the potential to surpass Julius. I think the first thing Yuno is gonna have to do is learn true magic and ultimate magic. Now, obviously, Yuno was able to get stronger without these methods. He was able to get stronger without them. But imagine if he learned them now. They could be pretty useful. Now, we saw how dangerous Licht was in the battle against Zagred. He was able to use all the mana from the elves and completely make a spirit bomb and demolish Zagred. And if he was arcane, he would have completely destroyed him, but that wasn't the case. Now, imagine Yuno using this spell. Imagine Yuno just taking the mana from the other elves, or getting something even better than that. Maybe upgrading his magic and combining it with his spirit dive. And we know that Yuno's weapons are from the great Greek wind gods, with Spirit of Zephyr, Spirit of Boreas, and Spirit of Eurus. There's only one more, the South Wind God, which is Notice. Yuno learning true magic and ultimate magic, this could help him get stronger. And obviously, there is one more thing that Yuno could do, is master Saint Stage. Now, obviously, we do not know if he mastered it. Me personally, I don't think he did, but with a year and 3 months, I would think he would have. But he's already strong without it, which is surprising. And obviously, he could have got it made much faster if Udine, disclose this information to the allies, but didn't really work. Now, obviously, if Yuno doesn't have mastery over Saint Stage, this will be his next step in training, mastering Saint Stage. But if he does have mastery over Saint Stage, this will be all set. But it's kind of hard because Lucius already purified the devil's power and made them into paladins. So how would Saint Stage even combat the paladins? Will it just purify them again? Will it do nothing? Now, obviously, it's hard to understand what Saint Stage would actually do to the paladins, if it could actually revert them back, but it's kind of hard to understand, and we would have to see once Yuno and Lucius actually duke it out. I think there's a reason why Lucius put his top priorities to be Yuno, because obviously he is Asta's rival, so he would possibly be as strong as Asta or near that level. Not only that, some tricks and schemes and a little bit of training, he could possibly reach Lucius's level, and he could be a threat to his world in world peace. And with Yuno being the chosen one, and him having the 4-leaf grimoire, and not only that, being the rightful heir to the Spade Kingdom throne, and having Licht's son inside of him, pause. This makes Yuno's potential and power off the charts, and it's reasonable why Lucius isn't threatened by the other captains. Obviously, Yami, Noct, Merliona, and even Noelle. Yes, they are formidable, but they ain't stopping Lucius in his plans. There's no way. And it's only Yuno that he's concerned about. Just like how Noct wanted the Clover King to build a team around Asta when they were invading the Spade Kingdom, I think that they need to build a team around Yuno, because he's their only chance at victory. He's their trump card to save humanity, the Clover Kingdom, and every single kingdom in the continent, and even the world. And obviously, Asta will get much stronger in the Land of the Rising Sun, learning multiple techniques and learning about Ki even more. But right now, it's the Yuno show, and Yuno has to pull his weight like he said. But tell me what you guys think about the possible fight between Yuno and Lucius. Do you think that Yuno does stand a chance? Do you think Lucius is about to one-shot him? Or do you think it's going to be a stalemate until Asta arrives? And comment that down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to always stay notified whenever I upload a video. Anyways, it has been me, the Red Cloak. I'm going to head up out of here. Peace out, and I'm going to see you guys later in the next one. See ya.